Of both of these schools, Jesuit with the victory tonight, 51-21. Tomorrow, North Medford will travel.
Good evening, JCTV viewers, whether you're from Medford or Portland or anywhere else in the world. We welcome you to the opening night of Jesuit women's basketball. Today, I'm Ethan Anderson, and this is my partner,
Aloy Veto.
And we got a special match at a special time. It's getting towards the holidays now, and we'd like to take a second to talk about something that's very near and dear to our school, and I hope near and dear to us as well, and it is the Jesuit Food Drive. Tell me a little about that.
Yeah, of course. So this is an annual thing. Jesuit does it every year. Basically, we have Jesuit students either go canvassing, knocking door to door, asking for help with non-perishable foods like canned goods and cereal, or we have Jesuit students go out to supermarkets and buying canned goods and cereals, or they just get from their own pantry. And every Jesuit student, they make a pledge saying how much they'll bring in. Usually it's like a box or a few bags of canned goods. And that canned goods goes to help numerous families in the Portland area who are not as fortunate as we are to have gifts and food during this time of need. Every year it is a huge success. We serve almost hundreds of families
yeah.
a year, and every year we have a great participation rate. The school challenges us a bit too. The people who bring in, the class that brings the most amount of food gets to have a pizza party. It's a great competition, a lovely way to raise awareness and bring the season of giving into fruition.
Yeah, and we'd like to encourage you, if you are in the Portland area or even a ways away, consider donating to any Jesuit students. You know, any of your canned goods and cereals that you can, and it goes to a really good cause, like you were saying.
Yeah.
You got to understand that it takes a lot for those financially insecure people to even get out there and say that I need help. So we're hoping to work on just helping them. And so if you can help in any way, we'd really appreciate it as a school and us personally.
And also, it doesn't have to be the Jesuit school. It's any to your local food bank or local shelter, Blanchet House, or if you're out of state, your local place where they accept food, anything helps.
Absolutely, yeah.
And now, so tonight's a big night for the Jesuit women's varsity team. This is their opening night non-conference game against North Medford Tornadoes.
Yeah, and Jesuit lost a lot of seniors last year, and they've been trying to fill in the gaps. There's actually a few freshmen on the team. There's about, it looks like there's about 4 or 5, I think, on the team this year, and it's mostly juniors, whereas North Medford is mostly an upperclassmen team. So doesn't really mean much in terms of how they can perform, but it means something in terms of age and maturity and time
and experience, especially,
And in terms of when you're talking about height matchups, these teams are almost identical, which I think is going to make this a really competitive, really great game.
Yeah. One outlier that we've noticed that we talked about before was, Hannah Drysdale. She is the tallest player in this gym so far, 6'1".
Yeah, clocking at 6'1", and she'll be playing in the post, as you could imagine. With Jesuit's tallest player only reaching about 5'11", not that far from 6'1", but as we know, this is a game where height does mean something.
Yeah. And now, taking a look at our rosters, we'll highlight some of the seniors on this team. We have number 11, Kaylin Tuck, who's a winger, height 5'10". Irina Lizier-Jmudzinski, a forward, who is 5'7", and Kendall Kirkland, who's a guard at 5'4". Those three are the returning seniors. They are the most senior players on this team, obviously, and have a lot of experience. They've played at this level, the very highest level at high school, varsity level.
And you'd hope that they can come in and they can lead this team. Like I said, it's a pretty young team, but also there's a fair amount of juniors as well, which will also be able to step into those positions. But it'll be an interesting year. We lost last year some of our best players. A few of them actually went Division I.
Wow, yeah.
Which is really impressive. I believe Anna Kendrick was one of them. And so losing those players obviously hurts, but that's high school sports.
Yeah.
And it's now Coach Jason Lowry's job to use the new talent and hopefully construct a team that will make it all the way.
Yeah, and we'll see how they cope with that loss, but we're sure that they can manage that. And now we're going to take a look at the North Medford's roster.
So at number 0, we have Brooke Richardson. Position is forward and winger. At number 3, we have Jane Ersbeck at guard. Number 5, we have Holly Stewart at forward. Number 10 is Jasmine Wells at guard and wing. And number 11, Jaslyn Ross at wing and forward. Number 14 is Kira Pica, wing and guard. Number 20 is Kira McName, and that's at forward and wing. Number 21 is Savannah Weaver, which is wing and guard. Number 23 is Kayla Sine, wing and guard. Number 31 is Abby Christensen at forward and wing. And number 32 is Isela Chavez at wing. Number 35 is Hannah Drysdale at forward, who we highlighted in the intro. And number 45, finally, is Jada Ross, also at forward.
And now North Medford have 5 seniors on this team, a little bit of a seniority advantage. And they only have 1 freshman, no sophomore, or 2 sophomores on the team.
So yeah, they have a very senior team.
Yeah. And we haven't mentioned this before, but we have some technical difficulties with our score bug, so we won't be able to display the time on the screen, so you'll have to rely on us to tell you the time. We have about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left of this warm-up before the game kicks off.
Yeah, in earnest. So, we'll be keeping you updated as best as we can. You will be able to see the score as it updates, which is really all we care about in this game.
Now, we didn't mention one thing earlier about this festive season. It's Crusader Lights tonight, and I think all weekend. And
Crusader Lights, today and all weekend. It's a great show. The student government people work very hard to make it look really nice. Me and Ola were actually out there earlier, and it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they did a great job. It's our kind of take off of the famous zoo lights, not the Oregon Zoo. I think we do a great job.
Yeah.
Great way to bring out the festive season, especially since Thanksgiving was so late. It kind of feels like festive season is going to be shorter.
Yeah.
But it's a great opportunity to get out there and to immerse yourself in that wonderful season of giving and holly and all that.
Yeah. And significantly less animals at Seder Lights, but maybe that's a good thing for some of you. And the other thing we failed to mention, which we think is important, is today there was a climate strike in downtown Portland, which some Jesuit students attended. And we don't want to get too political on this cast, and we don't want to give our opinions on that, but it's nice to see young people getting out and fighting for what they believe in.
Yeah, it's always great to see that. It's just great to see that in a place like Portland, we are allowed to express that our opinion like that without worry about being in danger at anything. And it was great to see Jesuit allowing students to leave and express what they felt strongly about. We are entering the final 30 seconds of warm-up. We are about to kick off the start of the women's winter-fall ball season.
That's right. Jesuit has played a couple jamborees before this, but this is their first proper game. It is a non-league game, but as most openers are.
Yeah, but this will present a good competition for Jesuit. Looking to start off on the right foot here. Now, I'm pretty sure basketball, you can't draw games. You have to play till over.
Yeah. So now
the Jesuit High Crusaders, your host for tonight's non-conference opening.
We have the presentation of the national anthem.
We welcome the Black Tornadoes and their fans. This time we ask that you please stand, direct your attention to the stars.
And now we're going to go to the national anthem. We'll be right back after this break.
5'7" senior Jane Persepke. At a wing, number 11, a 5'8" senior Jaslyn Ross. At a wing, number 23, a 5'6" senior Kayla. Number 22, 5'11" senior Taylor Freeman. Back with the Crusaders. That's the starting lineup. And we our officials tonight represented by the Portland Basketball Officials Association.
And they just set out the seniors, and we'll repeat them again. Starting for North Medford, Ethan, you want to?
Start from North Medford. We have number 3, Jana Spreek at guard. Number 11, Jaslyn Ross at forward. Number 21, Savannah Wheeler at wing. Number 31, Abby Christensen at wing. And number 35, Hannah Drysdale at forward.
And for the Crusaders, we have Molly Block, number 3, at guard. Kaylin Tuck, number 11, at wing. Emma Sixta, a freshman, a guard, number 13. Senior Irena Luzier-Jamadzinski, number 14, at forward. And then on the winger, Taylor Freeman, a senior. And now, getting ready for the tip-off, it is Taylor Freeman versus Hannah Drysdale.
And Jesuit wins the tip there. And then kicking it back to Molly Block. Just cycling it a bit. Travel there by Molly Block. That's a turnover to Medford. Jesuit playing a high press here early, which is an aggressive decision by Coach Lowry. Medford gets it, though.
Travel there.
And
number 21.
It's fine. And that's sunk by Molly Block. That's a three-pointer. Jesuits still playing a full-court press.
That was the first points of this season. Opened up by Molly Block. Sinks a 3 from downtown. Here's
into Drysdale at the post. Kicks it back out. Just trying to find an opening here. A few cuts.
Great defense by number 11, Kaylin Tuck.
Kicks it out to the top. Three-point attempt. Just off. Jesuit gets the rebound. Molly Block running it up. 7 minutes on the clock.
Here's Kaylin Tuck with the ball in the wing. Back to Molly Block. Taylor Freeman for 3.
And that was just wide. Attempts to save it, Caitlin Tuck, but it goes straight to Medford. Is now taking it up, slowing it down a bit.
Janer Sepke with the layup, rebounded by Caitlin Tuck.
Now they're running on the break. Molly Block going after the layup, and that's a personal foul there. That's a shooting foul. And that was on number 21, Savannah Wheeler. Shooting 2 now. 6:30 on the clock.
3, Molly Block.
First one is good. And that second shot is good. That's 5 now for Molly Block.
Looks like they're running a 2-3 zone by on Jesuit.
Yeah, it certainly does, which Medford might have a hard time adapting to. It seems like they are. Shot
is
up
good.
and good. Oh. Jesuit bringing it up here. Long 3 there from Emma Sixta, but it's just off, in and out. Taylor Freeman gets the rebound. And there's a foul there, and it will be brought in from the baseline.
Fouls on Wells, number 10.
And that foul is on Wells. First foul from her. Kicks it out up top. More time and room for Emma Sixta, who hits the side of the backboard, unfortunately, leading to Medford having the ball. Long pass to the corner. Looking to penetrate that zone, but the zone's good at defending that.
Molly Block again.
Another
Another layup. She's on fire tonight. That's her 7th point of the game.
That's her 7th point of the game. We're looking at about 5:30 on the clock. Jesuit seems to be relaxing their full court a little bit. Playing a very aggressive 2-3.
Great defense from Taylor Freeman on Drysdale right there.
And just pass up to my block, who a little bit of a miscommunication or something there.
Jump ball.
Drysdale being aggressive there. And comes away with a timeout now. It's been a fast-played and hard-played. It's about 5 minutes on the clock now. We've had so far a very fast and hard-played game with Jesuit on top so far. And you can see they're coming out of the aggression, go with the full court press, and their 2-3 zone. They're not waiting back for them. They're definitely going out and playing, which is sort of uncharacteristic of the 2-3. Yeah. So we'll see how North Medford can adapt to that, because right now they're at a 5-point deficit. It is early in the game.
And I did notice they were doing a man marking system. If the one player cut, then the player marking her followed, and they just had to switch around and then fix the 2-3.
Jesuit once again lined up in the full court press, breaking out here, and that's picked up by number 3. Jesuit playing very high once again. And Medford trying to drive.
Great interception from Molly Block there. Now she's on a breakaway. Finds Taylor Freeman.
Puts it up.
Great layup for Taylor Freeman.
Taylor Freeman. Assist from Molly Block.
Playing high here, somewhat uncontested, bringing it up. And here comes Medford. And that's a little scoop shot there from Respecki. That's a nice little goal there. That's her 2nd of the night.
Molly Block for 3. Right back out to Emma Sixta. Molly Block again at the top of the 3. Emma Sixta for 3 this time and sinks it.
Nothing but net
Increases
there.
the deficit to 8 points now.
That's a momentum boost, but North Medford's on the way back. 3v3. Almost loses it there, but gets it back, and now they have to slow it down. Respecka dancing a little bit, going for a drive.
Nudges off Kaylin, but Kaylin trying to get the rebound. Jump ball.
And it looks like a lot of their offense. North Medford is just going through, Respecking on top. She's got some moves. She's got some dribbles. And she's able to really make stuff happen in there.
Looks like Kaylin Tuck and Taylor Freeman are coming off and making way for Kendall Kirkland, number 14. And I
Yeah,
haven't seen the number.
that mirrored
Number 15, excuse me. Tessa Randall.
that actually mirrored Medford taking off Hannah Drysdale, losing a lot of their height. So Jesuit made some sacrifice to height here, maybe for some more quick and explosive players, as some players with height have been dropped here. Trying to put it in, intercepted pretty easily there. And
Here's Tessa Randall to Kendall Kirkland. Out top to Emma Sixta for 3. And bounced off the rim.
Just off there. That rebound is by
Number 50.
number 50. Into down low in the post.
Looked like a foul there, but no.
And they're calling it a jump ball. And that possession belongs to North Medford. And Caitlin Tuck seems to be going back in.
Taking off Irene Lizier-Mudzinski.
Looks like they need some height to mark number 50 there down low. Seem to be causing some havoc. And that is just tapped by Caitlin Tuck there to prevent that from coming in bounds.
Looks like they've abandoned their 2-3 zone.
There you
Got
go.
to man marking. Gonna here's Molly Block bringing the ball up court now. Out to Tessa Randall, who cuts inside. Molly Block for 3 and sinks it again.
Yeah, she's definitely hot tonight.
Scores her 10th point of the night. First 10 points of the season now.
And hot on defense too, putting a lot of pressure
Yeah, she's
there
ferocious.
on number 10 Jasmine Wells, but she picks up a foul. She's got to be careful with that. She's such a key player. And looks like Hannah Drysdale checks in there. And that's for Azela Chavez. Putting a little bit of double trouble in the post now. Trying things to get past Jesuit's aggressive 2-3.
Looks like they've kind of, well, they're trying to keep that 3 at the base, but the other 2 top defenders going hard, trying to go man-to-man, it looks like.
That's a turnover there. Jesuit picks up, looking for the backside, which he finds, but just
Molly Block. Lots of time, uncontested 3.
Sometimes the time is what kills you.
Yeah.
And there's Kendall Kirkland being aggressive. And that's a timeout from Jason Lowry. Complimenting these players for that aggressiveness. Where do we find those? Oh. Jesuit has been pretty explosive in this first part. We're at about 2 minutes now left in this first period. And it's 15-4 with Molly Block leading the scoring from Jesuit and
10
Jana
points,
Specke, getting the only points for Medford with 4. And so far Jesuit's been playing a great game, an aggressive game, a fast game. And you can tell they've got some speed. They got some horses out there, and Coach Lowry's trying to play to that, and they put it in now. Pass up top to Molly Block. Doing some delegating here.
Emma Sixta for 3. Little over. Kendall Kirkland getting the board.
And that's a jump ball there, and that's going to go to the Crusaders now. Setting up for the inbound. And a few picks being thrown out, and it goes up top to Molly Block. And they're looking to cycle here, pass inside there.
Here's Kaylin Tuck going for a layup. And goes out for out of bounds.
And that was decent shot defense there by Hannah Drysdale. Prevented a score there.
Taylor Freeman's coming on for Emma Sixta.
bringing in some height once again.
Tessa Randall, uncontested three. Ooh, and toilet bowl's out. And collected by Molly Block. Cycle out to Kendall Cookin for another uncontested three. This time collected by North Medford.
Medford runs it up. Aggressive defense there, as always. Looking to make something here is Respeke.
And that's a foul on Kendall Kirkland.
And that's a shooting foul, her first of the night. And Respeke will be shooting 2 now. And Medford is dropping deep now. And the first one is good.
Now we have Kendall Kirkland coming off and Tessa Randall coming off as well. Back on Lucy Menendez, making her first appearance of the night, and Emma Sixta coming back on.
Respeke is good for 1. About 1 minute left in this first quarter. And slowing it down as they take it up the court. Driving up there, looking to penetrate, but Medford's perimeter defense is keeping them from that. And there you go, just got in the lane there. That's number 10, Jasmine Wells, getting her hand in there, and that'll be a Jesuit inbound. And again, setting up Emma Sixta. Looks like Medford 2 has shifted to a 2-3, playing a bit more of a conventional.
Great shot from Emma Sixta, great drive.
And there's Respeke up top once more. And Jasmine Wells pump fake, drives in, kicks out, shot up, and it's just far. Pushing the tempo here, but has to back it out.
Lucy Menendez with a 3.
That's just off. Coming in the last 5 seconds of the first period, looks like North Medford is going to try to get one last one, and they're going to run it out. And that is your first period.
First quarter, the score, Jesuit 17.
So it's 17-5 now. And we've had an exciting first period there. With a low fouling period as well. With 3 fouls on Jesuit, 2 fouls on Medford. Players to watch, well, we've so far been wrong with our predictions.
Yeah. Molly Block stealing the show so far, scoring 10 points. Next best scorer is Emma Sixta with 5.
And Jana Spreke had 5. And now we're going to go down to Max Barton on the court.
Defensively, Jesuit looks really strong, making sure their man is marked. And back to Ethan.
Thanks, Max. Back straight into the action here. And Medford retains possession of the ball now. And defended there by Caitlin Tuck to force another out. They can't quite get it in. They finally decide to get out there on the perimeter.
And stolen wonderfully from Taylor Freeman, who's free and lays it up with ease.
Simple layup, fundamentals. Great defense to a great offensive play. That's what's putting Jesuit ahead here. little some fancy movement there by Jasmine Wells. She has to slow it down. Driving in now, floater up and just off. Rebounded by Caitlin Tuck. And then they are now going in. And seems like North Medford is playing a pretty non-aggressive zone, which is leaving that middle guy. That's the weakness, right under the arc. A little bit exposed there.
Great block from Taylor Freeman.
Medford has another inbound here. And that's number 23, Kaylee Senni off for number 20, Kira McNaim. Inside, gets it inside. Good shot defense there by Taylor Friedman. And now on the break is Jesuit. No foul call there.
Jesuit ball.
And it's Jesuit's ball on the end line now.
Check it in is Hannah Drysdale.
And Hannah Drysdale now checks in. Lisa Menendez for the three. Contested,
Sinks
but gets
it.
it. And now walking up is Respeke looking to cut into this deficit. Drives to baseline, but can't quite get there. Great defense by Caitlin Tuck. Fadeaway shot there, hits the side of the backboard. Caitlin Tuck gets the rebound, and 2-on-2.
And lays up for her first 2 points of the night.
And you'd figured she'd have more with the defense she's playing, but poked away there by Emma Sixta, but it's still Medford's ball.
Check it in for the Crusaders, number 15. That's Tessa Randall. She replaces Freeman. Also checking in.
And we have Caitlin Tuck and
Taylor Freeman making
Taylor
way
Freeman.
for
And
E-Rain.
There's Medford calls a timeout. We're at around 6 minutes in the second quarter. Making it 24-2. And you got to wonder what the coach is saying.
24-5.
24-5, excuse me. You got to wonder what the North Medford's coach's message is in here.
Jesuit High on Thursday the 19th and Friday the 20th. We'll have in the Get Rose Center, we'll be asking folks to come in and help us with the
Currently, we're looking at a
we'll be packing food baskets.
Jesuit score sheet that's a little more balanced than Medford's, but with the strong score in Molly Block. But recently,
Come and have breakfast in the Get Rose Center and help us.
a man once told me, when you look like a shooter, you become a great passer, and when you look like a passer, you become a great shooter. That certainly holds true in this situation. With 10 points, she's taken to her role of delegating, making plays, and making moves as the team is worried about her, and getting her other players on the board.
Food, show your support by way of financial contributions to the Jesuit Alumni Food Drive. We appreciate your support.
And now here's North Medford bringing it in after the timeout. Out to Spricke. Just cycling around. Skip pass, 2 3-point, and it's just off. Picked up by Molly Block. Is running down the court now. 1v2. And a great layup there.
Great layup from Tessa Randall. First 2 points of the night for her as well.
And now we have Jasmine Wells walking it up. And trying to find a way to penetrate this 2-3. Skip pass there, long skip pass Jasmine Wells. And a bit of a far 3-point attempt there. Emma Sixta taking it up inside. Back out.
Another three knocked down by Luz Menendez.
She is not a starter, but making a great impact. Some might call it a super sub.
Now, aggressive defense by Luz Menendez on the other side of the court. Now, Luis Menendez trying to pick the pocket of number 10.
Puts it up to Hans Drysdale, gets a hold of it finally, and goes for the layup. It's just off. Emma Sixta getting that rebound.
Luis Menendez now. Easy layup.
And
Her
that's
8th point of the night.
That's
She's come on and hasn't.
a beautiful fast break play there. Just about textbook as you can get it.
Yeah.
Now Sprecky on the ball. And Jesuit really good. They're making people look open, but as soon as they get that ball, they're all over.
Yeah, great defense. Great organization done by Coach Lowry as well.
And Hannah Drysdale just tips that out.
Audrey Kent's coming on now, taking off Molly Block. And Kendall Kirkland as well is coming on, taking off Lucy Menendez, who is on fire. Top 2 scores now are off for Jesuit.
Yeah, and when you're in a position like 31-5, you can make some changes, maybe put in some players that in a tighter game would not get such time. I don't know if that's what's happening here, but we now have Emma Sixta up for the 3.
Ooh, and almost rolls out of the rim and goes up for a.
And that's Jesuit ball there, tipped out. And we're about 3:40 on the clock now in your second half. Emma Sixta puts up a 3 from the corner, and it's just far. Cycling again here. Baseline drive. That's picked off there
by Jasmine Wells. Jasmine Wells again for 3.
And that one is
a bit long.
Off the rim and rebounded by Jesuit.
Ooh, great read from Jasmine Wells for the interception.
And slowing it down now, waiting for a team to get ahead of her. Some sort of shifting going on for Medford here, trying to set something up. It goes out to the wing. And Medford is struggling to make a dent. Just cycling around the top now. Gets it inside.
That is an
that's
up and
a
down
jump ball.
A jump ball, excuse me.
There.
Now Molly Block comes back on, taking off Audrey Kent for a little cameo appearance.
And
hey, I'm missing a foul. I'm missing a foul. Yeah, I can actually.
Emma Sixta kicks it back up to Molly Block, back to her. And they're all over Molly Block. They know the impact she's had, excuse me. And they want none of it. And Molly Block just snakes in there.
Gets her own rebound
yeah.
as well. Now Emma Sixta with an uncontested 3 again, and
off the front of the rim, just short.
Another floater though, and
that one's grabbed by Sprecky, who's now bringing it up. And it's tipped out, but fortunately tipped out to a Medford player. Molly Block really trying to get in. Good spin move there, kicked out, and the shot is off.
Come on the floor, timeout, Crusaders.
And that's a timeout from the Jesuit Crusaders. 1:25 left in the second period.
And then may have change in personnel again. Killing Tuck's coming back on, and Mimi Baldwin coming on for her first appearance of the night, the freshman.
This has been a good second quarter, almost nonstop action. Foul count barely has changed at all. As well as the scoreline for North Medford, who seem to be losing their grasp on the deficit that's being created. But there's always 2 halves in this game, and things can change in the second half for them. We've seen Jesuit with a like we said, a very aggressive 2-3, but recently they've changed. They're forcing players down the side, just making sure they don't get in the middle, which is extremely important for their defense, it seems, as well as bringing players up from the bottom to double team initially and support the top players. And if you look at it, it's honestly beautiful defense in basketball. I'm a very big fan of defense in most sports as a defender in soccer and also lacrosse. And I got to say, it is a very nice display of defense out there. And I'd implore you to take a look at Jesuits defense next time.
And you know,
on that side.
World-class defender for I know this is soccer, but you can apply it to basketball in almost any sport. World-class defender Sergio Ramos says the best attack is the best defense, and he said attack wins you games, defense wins you titles. So
absolutely, he's absolutely correct with that. And right now, Jesuits looking like they're going to win some titles.
Well, if they can keep up how they're playing tonight, then I don't see any reason why not.
And now we have Jasmine Wells on the ball, trying to make something happen.
Entering the final minute of the second quarter.
And up comes Taylor Friedman with the ball now. Attempting a little drive, and that's a block. And that is Savannah Weaver. That's her, 31, Abby Christensen. That's her first foul.
Mimi Baldwin at the post, kicks it out to Molly Blocker, swings it to Taylor Freeman for three. And usually you'd see her knock those down any day, but doesn't seem to go in this time.
Gets unlucky that time. Jasmine Wells now has it again. And she hasn't been out much. She's almost played this whole half. Into the last 30 seconds. Taylor Tuck running the ball at Molly Block one-on-one.
Easy layup from Molly Block.
And approaching the last 10 seconds, North Medford on the ball.
Great behind the back by Jasmine Wells.
And maybe you can hear the crowd. They're counting down. We're within 5 seconds of this first half. And Medford is trying to put something together here. And let's see what inbound plays they've drawn up.
Great read from Taylor Freeman. Now Lucy Menendez one-on-one in the post. Shoots it up for three and knocks it down
at
the buzzer beater.
And that is a great three from someone who has had a plethora of them today.
Yeah, from not starting to becoming one of the best players on the court right now.
Yeah, one of the highest scorers, almost getting towards Molly Block.
She is on fire right now. Now we're going to halftime, so we'll take a little break here, but we'll come right back to you right after. And we will talk to some of our reporters on the sideline, get some interviews with them as well, and we'll come right back. So we have a sideline interview with our sideline reporter, Max. Looks like they're going to be interviewing some of the fans that are here today. And we'll send you to them right now.
Tell me when. Arms crossed. Give me it. Doesn't matter. I'm here with Hannah, who is a former JCTV member, along with Gregor McKelligan, KJ Tinsley, and Hugh Gilroy. What are your thoughts on the game so far?
I think the game's going great. They're looking good for having such a young team and this being their first actual game. I think they're doing pretty well, keeping their lead.
Hugh?
You know, it started off really good, and they're just doing so well. Like with what Hannah said, a young team, incredible job.
Gregor, what do you think of Molly Block's performance so far?
I know Molly Block's kind of running the show. She's had a lot of key layups, good passing, and she's even come up with a couple of boards.
That's right. At the end of the half, Lucy Menendez hit a surprise 3 with about 2 seconds left. KJ, what are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely remarkable. Never seen anything like it.
All right, back to you, Ethan.
And this is Aloy. Thank you, Max, for that great interview with some of the fans. Great to always hear the fans' point of view and their take. Now, we're going to end this halftime for now and come back after the 7 minutes and 35 seconds left. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Just to remind you, this is Eloy Veto speaking with Ethan Anderson. We are commentators for tonight.
Yeah, we are.
The score is 36-5. Jesuit leads by a substantial gap.
And Medford starting the half now, 8 minutes in this third period. Once again, if you're just tuning in, sorry. We're having some technical difficulties with the score bug, and we can't get you the time, but we'll try to stay on top of that and give you some updates.
We'll just have to tell it to you verbally, like the old-fashioned way.
Imagine it's radio. All right, Respecki passing off there to Jasmine Wilson. Now's the ball. And that goes up there. That's Savannah Weaver. That's her first points, and the first points for Medford in a while, breaking a bit of a dry spell. Coming out a little bit stronger now in this half.
Number 6 dishes out to Kaylin Duck at the corner, who sets up for 3 and hits the top of the backboard.
That's picked up by Lucy Menendez, whose jump ball there forces a jump ball. And it's Crusaders' ball on that one. Rebounded by Taylor Freeman.
Looks like there was a little foul there, but the ref waves play on.
Respecki coming up, passes it over to Savannah Wheeler.
Stolen by Taylor Freeman. Oh, picked up by Respecki, though. But stolen again by Emma Sixton now, who's on a breakaway.
Lots of turnovers.
Now here's Taylor Freeman, and looks like to be a travel there by Emma Sixton.
That's unfortunate. You got a 3-on-1 there. You really want to convert, but sometimes you get unlucky.
Get a little too excited and then pick a drill up too early.
All right, bringing it up now is North Medford. Jasmine Wells trying to get something started here. A little bit of a hook pass there. Out.
Respecki, who knocks it down.
Nails the 3 there. That's 8 points for her and 10 points for Medford.
Yeah, their first 3 of the night taken beautifully by Respecki. Now here's Molly Block to Emma Sixto. Fake shot. Pass out to Taylor Freeman for 3.
And it's just off and picked up there by Caitlin Tuck. Back
Molly Block for 3 this time. And again, toilet bowls out of the rim. This time collected by North Medford.
Looking at about 6 minutes on the clock now. Respecki bringing it up. And Jesuits defense lacking maybe a little bit of the aggression it had, but still pretty effective.
And that's a rare sight. You usually see Jesuit getting those boards, but number 35, Hannah Drysdale got that rebound that time over Emma Sixta. Just put her body into her and boxed out nicely.
Yeah, that was a hold there on Hannah Drysdale, number 35. And it is now Jesuits' ball.
Here's Molly Block bringing the ball up. Has a shot. Rebounded by Lucy Menendez, and there's a foul there. Again, I believe on Hannah Drysdale.
I'd like to keep in mind, Lucy Menendez and Molly Block are 2 of the shorter players on the court.
That was Ersepke with the foul.
With one of them being 5'2" and the other 5'4". Molly Block at 5'2", and Lucy Menendez 5'4", and yet they're in there and getting rebounds. It's impressive and shows a lot of tenacity from them.
Yeah, yeah.
And Hannah Drysdale picks up her second foul there, and Taylor Freeman shooting now.
Checking in from Medford, number 31. That's Abby Christian.
Free throw is good. Substitution now. Hannah Drysdale comes out for Isela Chavez.
Makes sense. She's in a bit of foul trouble with 2 very quickly in this half.
2 good free throws by Taylor Freeman for 6 points.
And now back comes Medford. And hard defense there by Molly, trying to force an out.
Oh, great pass though. And that is a foul on Jesuit. Number 4. And Lucy Menendez for her first foul of the night.
Just a little push, but a push that was enough. And Medford's now inbounding it. try to make space here as Specky, and their teammates are following suit. And Savannah Weaver.
Looks like she tripped over Molly Block there, but
trying
no
to make
foul.
a little over-under move. Taylor Freeman puts it up, and the free throw is good. Or sorry, the field goal is good.
That was an easy play by Jesuit. Textbook maneuver. Ended up being an easy move for Taylor Freeman to finish. And Molly, great defense there.
Yeah, she's really great in those passing lanes and making those interceptions, those tips. Emma Sixta picks it up now. Also been great on defense. And there's Caitlin Tuck throwing it out to Molly Block, up for three.
Knocks it down. Jesuit are on fire now. Timeout by North Medford. Molly Block, 15th point of the night for her, leading the scoring record right now for Jesuit.
And that is a fantastic play. Great hustle from Emma Sixta. Caitlin Tuck, great vision.
Yeah, kept the
and
ball in bounds.
athleticism, keep it out, and Molly Block with the finish. I mean, that's three players just playing smart, playing hard, and playing well.
Yeah.
And that play right there can explain this great score deficit with 4:30 on the clock in the third period. North Medford has not been so successful, but they have Jane Specky with 8 points and Savannah Weaver with 2. Still struggling a little bit to crack Jesuit's real tenacious, real good defense, making frequent changes, but hasn't quite gone for them yet.
Yeah, and they've been taking a lot of shots. Been a bit unlucky, I think, getting close, but hitting the rim or hitting the back of the rim or having it roll out and toilet bowl out.
Definitely from three-point range, they've been. They could have been luckier, and and some of them are just probably mourning those losses. And when you're down by this, it can be hard to stay motivated, but they're still in it. They're getting out there, and for that we can respect them. North Medford inbounding now.
Yeah, Jane Sepke and Jasmine Wells been really trying to get things going for this team for North Medford. They've been the sole creators of this team, trying to kickstart and get this team motivated.
And Savannah Weaver has been taking a little more of a lead role in this half, but it is Jasmine Wells on the ball.
Great read from Keelan Tuck. Picks the ball up. Gets it out of pressure to Emma Sixton now, who's carrying up to Lucy Menendez for 3. And knocks it down again. Lucy Menendez is on fire.
Automatic. That one from the corner.
She is a machine right now.
That's just great skill there. Just keep putting those in her 3-point.
And I believe that is her 4th 3 of the game.
4th 3 of the game. I can believe it.
Yeah. She's lethal from that range.
Getting out now. This is her Specky. Out to Savannah Wheeler. And once again, Jesuit is really putting the pressure on.
Yeah, risky pass there from Savannah Weaver to number 23.
Yeah, you can tell North Medford's looking for skips. It's a way to get past the zone. But
yeah, but with great defensive players in the middle like Keelan Tuck and even the shorter players like Lucy Menendez and Molly Block, they can read those passes easy. And Lucy Menendez again for a 3. This time doesn't hit it, but Molly Block has the ball in the arena. Goes for a shot off the block and doesn't quite get there.
Off the back rim there, and now we have Specky bringing it up once more. And they're cycling it now, trying to find a place. Specky goes for 3 from top of the arc.
A little bit
just short.
Yeah.
Just short. This minute is trying to push the tempo, but slows it down. Seems like their coach is telling them that, hey, you have the lead. We can slow down the tempo now with 2:30 left in this third period.
But this team is fun to watch. I want to see them get more. Emma Sixta for a shot.
Yeah, certainly have. When they're on the break, Jesuit's been some great basketball to watch, and their defense is the same. They've just had such a strong opener today, and we still got a period to go to see what they can do and what North Medford can do against a seemingly indomitable opponent at times.
Weaver with the shot, and again, a little bit unlucky there.
Within the last 2 minutes now, Caitlin Tuck taking it up the court one-on-one.
Oh, and Tried to roll it off her fingers, but didn't quite get there. And that's a foul. Molly Block wins the foul there.
That's a shooting foul. And she'll be shooting 2 now.
Foul is on number 23. That's Kayla Cini.
Kayla Cini.
First personal foul.
That's her first personal foul. And maybe a smart one to just force the 2 and get maybe a stop in the momentum that was going.
Free throw is good. And now a change in personnel. The whole squad for the North Medford team comes out. And on comes Hannah Drysdale, Brooke Richardson, Isela Chavez, Haley Stewart, and number 50, who was not on our roster. And then for Jesuit, Kendall Kirkland comes in. Another free throw is good for Molly Block. Kendall Kirkland makes way, and so does Tessa Randall.
Estella Chavez on the point now. Next one out to Brooke Richardson.
And great defense from Lucy Menendez.
This is in there. Kendall Kirkland driving, kicks it out to Molly Block.
For 3.
Brooke Richardson got out there fast. She got out there well, able to contest.
No, it looks like Reina's foot stepped on the line and out of bounds for North Medford.
And it looks like, once again, Isela Chavez bringing it up at the point position. Putting North Medford putting their 2 bigs in and trying to make something happen there. And Jesuit's defense just. And Hannah Drysdale taking a bit of a long shot there, and it is not. Mid-range does not go. Lucy Menendez now running it up the field.
Molly Block for 3 again. Being a bit unlucky with these shots, but still shooting nevertheless. And Molly Block wins the ball back brilliantly. Tries to find Lucy Menendez in the,
and tipped away by number
corner.
50.
Yeah, tipped away. She had the height advantage.
And that ball goes out as we're approaching the last 40 seconds of this 3rd period with a double substitution by Jesuit.
Mimi Baldwin comes back on, and number 23, Avery Edwards, makes her first appearance of the night. And Audrey Kent comes in as well, taking off Molly Block. Lucy Menendez and Irena Luzier Majinski have come off as well.
And it looks like coming into the last 30 seconds, Jesuit playing a bit of a slower game now.
Yeah, just passing around. Here's Tessa Randall.
Trying to use their speed there. Good pass.
Mimi Baldwin with her first 2 of the night. Another fundamental play. Doesn't get easier than that.
Yeah, that's just great vision from her. Make the drive, make the dump.
Yeah, great pass from Tessa Randall, and then just an easy layup.
And we now have it's going up for Jesuit now.
Less 0.9 seconds left on the clock in this third period.
Maybe go for a
long shot like Lucy Menendez, but no, she didn't get it off in time.
She thought about it for a second,
yeah.
But maybe she was thinking about Coach Lowry's screams in the timeout. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it did not go. Coming into your 4th period, Jesuit 50, North Medford 10. It's been the going has been tough for North Medford today, but not been any of their faults. Jesuit has just played an absolutely superb 3 quarters on the defensive and offensive end. Of course, our key players are for them are Molly Block and Lucy Menendez, and the score sheet doesn't really say it. Caitlin Tuck has been absolutely crucial on the defensive end as well as Lucy Menendez and Molly Block really getting in passing rates.
Yeah,
also being
very aggressive.
Crucial.
They're very tenacious, trying to win the ball back as much as possible.
And Jesuit seemingly optimistic going into this 4th period.
Yeah, and they have every right to be. They're up by 40. They have great depth, it seems, in their lineup. We didn't see Lucy Menendez. She wasn't starting, so we didn't know much about her, but she came on and just strocked all of us. 14 points. That's
with those kind of numbers, it's hard to imagine her not in the starting lineup in future games.
And she's a great shooter.
She's
12 of her points have come from threes. That's 4 threes she's had this game.
Yeah, she's been absolutely automatic with it and a great asset and a great danger and concern for the Medford defense. Kendall driving in now on the baseline.
And that's a foul. Kendall Cookin winning the foul well.
And shooting 2 now for that one.
Fouls on number 5, Holly Stewart.
And that's on Hallie Stewart. That's her first personal.
Foul, 5 team fouls now. The line to shoot 2 shots. Number 24, Kendall Kirkland.
Just a little bit over there, goes off the back rim.
Second free throw doesn't quite fall and goes out for a North Medford throw-in.
Medford, Jesuit seems to be playing a bit of like a half press here, maybe some miscommunication.
Yeah, it looked like there was some miscommunication there with the coaches and the team, but they're back on defense now.
Gets it poked out, but it's still North Medford's ball on their own baseline. 7:30 in the fourth period, or 7:40-ish. And looking to be...
That's a foul, Audrey Kent. Looks like there's a hold there.
And that's her first of the night, and that puts another throw-in Medford's hands. And trying to find an opening, but all over, gets past.
There's Tessa Randall now, lays it up. Doesn't get easier than that for Tessa Randall. That's her 4th point of the night.
Yeah.
Every time she's come on, she's done something well for the team. Scored, stolen the ball. Great utility player.
And, you know, it's a testament to Coach Lowry how effective this defense has been with both the starting 5 and the bench, and just how tight they've been. And there goes number 20,
Kara McNamee, excuse me.
McNamee for her first 2 points of the night. And Jesuit now has the ball here.
Here is Audrey Kent, lays it up, doesn't quite fall, and it's a rebound by number 50.
And here we go. We have Brooke Richardson trying to push the tempo here, but forced down the side, loses control a little bit, and steps out.
Yeah, great defense from from Avery Edwards.
And timeout Jesuit with about 6:35 remaining. This is a 30-second timeout. And we're back now. Like I said, 6:35 on the clock.
Score is 52-12. Jesuit have a huge gap here, 40-point gap.
Same gap they had coming into the quarter. It's just changed by 2 in each direction. And now Jesuit. North Medford still into 2-3, but playing a little bit higher. Kendall Kirkland tries to get through.
And it got our pocket picked there by number 32, Isela Chavez.
Isela Chavez now taking it up.
There's a high press now. Looks like they're doing man here now, or
it does look like, well,
or at least they're keeping 2 players in the paint, and then have a, was that a 2-3?
No, it looks like they're playing a man defense now, which may indicate that the bench maybe isn't as tight on the 2-3 as the starters are. But they've been very successful in the man. That shows some versatility from Jesuit's defensive capability.
Yeah.
Picking it up now is Kira McName. And she is fouled.
Jesuit foul on Tessa Randall. That is her first personal foul. 14 fouls on the Crusaders.
That's number 15, Tessa Randall.
14 fouls this half, right?
And her first one is good. That's Kira McNamee.
Now, Jesuit have 4 team fouls this half.
Second one goes, and that's now 4 points for her and 6 minutes on the clock.
There's Audrey Kent with the ball. Got some tight defense on her and almost collects the ball after losing it. Great tenacity. Here's Mimi Baldwin now. Tessa Randall up top. Giving it to Avery Edwards.
And tipped out there.
Tipped out of bounds.
That's Brooke Richardson being really tenacious, really aggressive on that defensive
great
end.
defense on there on Audrey Kent, and then great way to push it out.
Seems like the coach's message was clear in the timeout. They need to be more aggressive. They need to get in there. And getting in there, they are. Brooke Richardson facing up now.
Here's Tessa Randall.
And it looks like we have an offensive foul. And it is a moving screen.
Kendall Kirkland, moving screen. Second personal foul for Kendall Kirkland.
And a turnover here for Medford. Coming into around 5 minutes, 20 seconds. And just tipped off the hands of Brooke Richardson into the hand of Kendall Kirkland. Is pushing it
up and gets the ball, goes off her foot.
It looks like it tipped off of.
Yeah, it looks like number 14 tipped it off.
And so it will be Jesuits' ball.
And pretty soon we're going to wait till this play. Tight defense by North Medford. Ball's in play now. And now we are going to go down to the sideline. Our sideline reporter, Max Barton, has some story to tell about the top scorer, Molly Block. Max, down to you.
Here we are in the middle of the fourth quarter. The score is 52-14, and our point guard, Molly Block, has been having an amazing performance. This game, she's had 16 points out of the 52 Jesuit has scored and been dominating both on the offense and defensive side. She's had some critical steals that have resulted in some fast breaks for Jesuit, and she's just done a great job of controlling the game as a point guard should. This game looks like it's definitely in Jesuit's favor. They've been playing an absolute amazing game so far, and back to you, Ethan.
Thanks, Max. We totally agree with you in the booth. Molly Block has been absolutely tremendous today, but so have so many other people on Jesuit as they set up for defense here against North Medford. Brooke Richardson driving in, and the layup doesn't quite go. Gets her own board, fighting for it, but Kendall Kirkland comes out on top, and now Jesuit is taking it up. And Kendall Kirkland for three, fouled, and she'll be shooting three for that one.
I only have 51 here. I only have 51.
And that's Kira Pica making a shooting foul there on Kendall Kirkland. And that's their sixth team foul. And pardon me if she won't be shooting. It appeared to not be a shooting foul.
Here's Audrey Kent now. Back to Randall.
Just cycling it now.
Avery Edwards.
Medford putting a lot more pressure on him.
Oh, wonderful drive by Avery Edwards. Oh, and so unlucky, but put up again by Mimi Baldwin. This time it falls.
Putbacks are as good as a point, and yeah, that was a great drive, an unfortunate finish, but they get the points. And here comes Medford. And a quick shot, a little short there from Holly Stewart.
Here's Tessa Randall to Avery Baldwin.
Kicks it back out. And that's
a foul.
Shooting foul there. That'll be on Azela Chavez. Excuse me, that's on
Kira McNamee.
And that's her first personal, but that is their seventh team foul this second half. A little bit of a friendly rim there, and that one goes.
Is that?
And that one does not go. Brooke Richardson fighting for the rebound, but Mimi Baldwin gets it. And Jesuits getting rebounds, but not quite doing it. As Kayla Sine brings it down, bringing it up now. And it's taken.
Mimi Baldwin takes a fall there. And that's a foul. Or travel, excuse me. Travel on Brooke Richardson.
And we're approaching the last 3 minutes of this game, of this fourth period.
55-14.
And Brooke Richardson comes out. And Jesuit brings it up.
Tessa Randall, uncontested three, and knocks it down.
That one
Tessa
goes.
Randall with a great shot.
That's what you like to see. Tessa Randall has been, great from the 3 line, much like a few other players have, and
yeah,
that's been giving Jesuit this great lead they have. Ball's a little bit mishandled there by Kilisane, but she brings it back down, driving a little bit, kicks it out to the side. Gisela Chavez driving, puts it up.
That was an unconventional shot there, but doesn't matter. The point still counts.
They all count. Gisela Chavez with their first 2 of the night in a fashionable way.
Yeah.
And that one's just off the board.
Yeah, Audrey Kent going up for a layup and just a little too heavy.
And making up for it with a great defensive play, excuse me.
Looks like Mackenzie Pettit has come on. Excuse me, for Kendall Crooklyn. That happened a while ago. Didn't notice that until just now.
Avery Edwards is fouled going up, and she will be shooting. And that was 21, Savannah Weaver. Second personal and the 17th foul here.
Shot is good.
And she gets her 1. 2 subs here, Brooke Richardson and Kira McNamee coming in. That's 2 for her, both go. And we have Savannah Weaver taking point, Brooke Richardson getting it now. Turns in and she travels. Jesuit turnover.
We're at final 2 minutes of the quarter of the game. Score is 60-16.
Quarter and the game indeed, and here comes Jesuit. Still trying to keep some pace. Aggressive play there.
Yeah, by Audrey Kent. And for 3, Avery Edwards shoot.
And that'll be Medford ball. And the Medford sub as well, bringing in Kayla Sine.
Looks like we've seen the last of the starters and of star players Molly Block, Luce Menendez, and Kaylin Tuck tonight as they take a break, and Coach Lowry lets the younger players get some minutes, get some confidence under the belt, get some experience.
Shooting foul there on number 50.
Avery Edwards, personal shooting foul there.
First personal foul, 17 fouls. On the line to shoot 2, Jada Ross.
Jada Ross, number 50. Second shot is good.
And Jesuit picks it up now. About 1:30 left in this game. And they're still pushing it.
Audrey Kent going off hard for the shot. And what a shot there. Great play from Audrey Kent.
Fundamentals, automatic.
Yeah.
That's just
strong with the ball, strong to keep her defender off, and then drills it home.
strong finish here.
And another travel there by Brooke Richardson. That's her 3rd travel, I believe.
Yeah, Brooke Richardson has been having some trouble with the feet planting, but it's a high-stakes game, high-tension game, and it's unlucky that happens to her.
Yeah. Here is Mackenzie Pettit.
And a good
to
cut
Audrey
there.
Kent. Great pass to Avery Edwards, who's at the post, but goes out for a out of bounds.
Tipped out by Jada Ross there. And approaching the final minute of play. And Jesuit still looking for points. Maybe just looking for a little bit of some work
Tessa
on
Randall
their game.
with a shot. Quick shot there. Just Not high enough.
Jada Ross gets the board, double teaming. They're still in a press.
Now, Avery Edwards still has the ball.
Let's kick it out. That's brought down there by Kayla Senni, who's taking it up. Passes to the far side, puts it up. Savannah Weaver. And just off. Coming into 30 seconds left of the game. Jada Ross picks it up. And Coach Lavery's looking for some aggressiveness here from them. Deep three.
Oh, and
banks it in. That's
great shot there.
her first points. Kayla Senni with the 3.
Final 15 seconds of the game. Here's Mackenzie Pettit with the ball.
And
Playing across to Avery Edwards.
Skip pass brings it into Mimi Baldwin.
Ooh, falls hard on the ground there. And
play, but that's a jump ball, which will make it Jesuits for the final 6.9 seconds of the game.
late substitution, number 14.
In comes Kira Pika, taking out number 21, Savannah Weaver. Kicking it out there.
Audrey Kent with the ball now, just holding on to the final 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
And 1 second, and that's a wrap.
Well, what a way to start the season for Jesuits women's varsity team. Resounding victory over North Medford, 62-20.
Yeah.
Molly Block, Luis Menendez, great game tonight for them.
Great game, and I think I'll always say this, as I said, I'm a defensive man, but just the Jesuit defense was absolutely outstanding, super tight, super on it. You can tell they put some work in that. And, you know, there's some days that players are going to be a little bit colder, a little bit hotter, but if you can get that solid defense going, that's going to take them a long way. If
Yeah.
they keep that up, I have some high hopes for their performance.
And
in
yeah,
the
we're
season.
excited to see what they're going to do this season. Performers, shooters like Luis Menendez, and then great tenacious players like Molly Block. We're looking forward to see what they are going to do this season, what Coach Lowry has planned for them.
And North Medford having a bit of an unfortunate start with some of their players putting up some points. Jana Sprecke, as well as Kayla Senni Smith, Kaylee McName, and Isela Chavez. Not the start they would have wanted, but a learning experience. And we're glad to have them out here in the Smith Gym, the night gym, excuse me. And
that's all we have for you, guys tonight.
We'd like to thank our crew. Obviously, I'm Ethan Anderson.
Aloy Veto.
We have Henry Hess producing, Max Barton.
Down on the sideline as our sideline reporter.
Aiden Azevedo and Cooper Lake on cameras. And, of course, our teacher and instructor, Scott Powers, of course, is helping us today. So thank you all for tuning in, and we'd like to wish you a good night, and we'll see you all next time.